what that was all about? My computer just all of a sudden goes, hey, I'm going to reboot and give you 5 seconds warning, and your finger's not going to be able to get to the cancel button quick enough, and I'm just going to restart my computer. Okay, well, thank you, laptop. Appreciate that. So here we are again. Okay, let's try it for real this time. So this morning, I'm going to do some food prep, if I can fix my camera. I am going to, yesterday, y'all, was Mother's Day, and Mother's Day never goes as a mother plans. So I had plans for food prep yesterday that did not happen. It is imperative that I get my food prep done for the week. Imperative. If I don't have my food ready to go, I will stay on plan, but I will also eat every piece of cheese that exists in the house, okay? I will live off personal choice tortillas and cheese, okay? So I have to have things ready. So I didn't get to do this yesterday, so I'm doing it today. My plan this week is to have, so what I typically do as a rule is have some kind of soup, casserole, or chili in the fridge. My preference is to have a fuel pull soup in the fridge, or a fuel pull chili that I can turn into an S or an E, so that I can mix it up and not be eating the exact same soup every single day, but I can have it ready to go and add quinoa or rice. I can add chicken, or I can add chicken and keep it a fuel pull. I can add rice or quinoa and make it an E, or beans. I can add cheese and sour cream and make it an S. It gives me multiple different, why am I chopping this if I'm going to put it in my Ninja? Don't know. I'm not going to waste my time chopping no onion. So, the Trimmy bisques, y'all. There are some really amazing recipes, these Trimmy bisques. And they're so versatile. Last week, in my coaching group, a lot of us had the cheesy, no cheese Trimmy bisque, which I love. You can add hamburger and chop up some veggies, and it tastes like a cheeseburger soup. You can put chicken in it, and it just tastes like chicken soup. It's very good. So today, I am making the Peasant Trimmy bisque. I'm going to show you what I do for super fast food prep, okay? Yes, freeze it, baby. This recipe calls for a large head of cabbage. Who's got time to chop a head of cabbage when Sam's Club did it for you? Sam's Club already did it. So, a bag of coleslaw mix going into my pot. I've got a quart plus some water, and I can clearly tell I'm going to need to add more water. That's not enough water. A whole onion, chopped up. That took me all but 2 seconds, and I could use a frozen bag of chopped onions if I wanted. Most of these soups, the Trimmies, the fuel pull Trimmies, are a bisque. And you puree them down to a smooth soup that you can add lots of stuff in. It's always soup season, Sarah. It's always soup season. When it's hot outside, soup cools you down. When it's cold outside, soup warms you up. It's always soup season. There's no such thing as soup season. All right, some garlic. This has got some serious garlic in this soup, okay? It's got 10 cloves. Don't forget, Serene's recipe feeds 627 people, so be prepared for that. 10 cloves of garlic. This will make my husband happy. 10 cloves of garlic, onion, and cabbage. He's gonna love the way that smells. He's gonna love it. All right, yeah, definitely I need more water. I don't think I put all that it called for, which I know surprises everyone that I didn't follow the recipe right out of the gate. All right, that's it for now. That goes in there and simmers. I don't even have my camera on me. good at this YouTube thing. All right. Gonna let that cook. That's it. This calls for chamomile. Oh, I forgot the salt. A tablespoon of salt. This calls for chamomile. I'm not a chamomile fan, and it is optional. So I leave it out. The first time I made it, I included the chamomile, and I didn't love the chamomile. So I'm gonna leave it out. This is the Peasant Trimmy soup. Peasant's Garden Trimmy Bisque on page 174 of THT. Okay, soup is going. That's going to simmer while I cook. When it's done, when I do everything else, if it's done before we're done this video, all I'm going to do, this soup, all you do is puree up your vegetables, put it back in the pot, add a few ingredients that are seasonings and your Trimmy mixes, which is always a fat and a protein. So this one has ghee, which I don't like ghee. I use butter. I'm not a fan of ghee. It's a weird flavor to me. Gelatin, collagen, sunflower lecithin. You blend it up with some of the veggies, pour it back in the pot. Some people that made this yesterday didn't even bother blending it. Sarah, I don't know if spinach would give you the same. He is, Cindy. He's going to sit right out and go, what on earth? My air purifier is going to drop down to 2% air quality here in a minute. You watch. I don't know if spinach would give you the same bulk as cabbage. I think you need some cabbage in there for bulk. What did Shirley say? I'm so far behind in comments. I didn't hear what Shirley said. Hey, Melissa. I can't see Shirley's comment. I am a rebel. All right. So the other thing that I need to prep, which for those of you in my coaching group, I did not put on the food prep that you should make some chicken. Oh, that's right. Shirley made the soup and didn't blend it. Like some kind of crazy recipe non-follower. I don't know where she learned that, to not follow a recipe. So I think it's just for flavor, Cindy. I think the chamomile tea in this is just for flavor because it's a very strong flavor in this soup. I was like, this soup tastes like tea. And then the more I ate it, the more I enjoyed it. But yeah, it calms you down, chills you out. So if you were in my coaching group, if you did not prep chicken, my apologies. You should probably prep some chicken for the week. Or you can make it that day, or you can use canned chicken. All right, ready? This is how I prep my chicken. Turn my crock pot on high. This is very complicated, so be ready. I take my Sam's Club chicken tenders and I pour them in there. And I add a little water, not tap water. I add a little Berkey water. And I add a little salt. And that's it. Now that's going to be working while I cook. Cooking while I work, I mean. Okay, that's done. That took no effort. When that's done, I'll drain it out and use my hand mixer. It's supposed to be made overnight. I didn't notice that either. Meredith. I've made Whitney's peanut butter oatmeal a bunch of times, but I just make it on the stovetop. I didn't realize that. Okay, what else? Coach Canada's Real Deal. Gotta have some of that to get me through the week. Gotta pull up the recipe. Usually I don't even look at the recipe, but I will for your benefit. Usually I mix it until it looks like peanut butter, and then I think, I guess that's it. Looks right. Good enough. If you haven't had Coach Canada's, y'all, you're missing out. Missing out. This stuff is good. And it is ridiculously good on apples. I'm out. I'm out. hope I have more peanut flour up here. I do. So is this enough food prep that everything is done for the week? No, but this gives me a heck of a start on most of my meals so that I don't have to be, you know, my meal comes up needing a little peanut butter and then I have to think, oh, I didn't make it. I might as well just have regular old S peanut butter when I don't need S peanut butter. Just be prepared. That's what Scar said to do. Scar said, be prepared. Isn't that wasn't it Scar that sang that? Half a cup, I only use a quarter, and then I add extra if I need it, because most of the time I don't need it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Don't ask me why it's different every time I make it. I have no idea. 2 tablespoons of the Gentle. It's got an onion on it. It's all right. Won't hurt nothing. A couple tablespoons of Gentle Sweet. Some collagen. My husband cleaned out the dish last night that had leftover Coach Canada's in it. I forgot to refrigerate it and it was almost gone. There was just like a little smear. And he said, why do you store your peanut butter in here? I'm like, that's not real peanut butter. And he said, yes, it is. Look at it. I'm like, no, it ain't. It's not real peanut butter. He didn't believe me. It stores great in the fridge, Susan. Stores awesome. How much salt? 1/3 of a teaspoon. 1/2 teaspoon of buttery coconut oil or butter. I left my fridge wide open. I'm over here cooking. My fridge is wide open because I like to, you know, run up the electric bill for no reason. Why not? It's only tripled in price since the beginning of the year. We might as well use it up. Some vanilla, which I still didn't buy this weekend. Forgot to add to my Sam's Club order, even though Cindy Wetzel reminded me twice to add it to my Sam's Club order. I still forgot it. Oh well. And then a 1/4 tablespoon of heavy cream. I use 1/2 and 1/2. A little splashy splash. Isn't it good, Faith? And it's so good melted down and poured on cake. See, today I'm going to need more milk. Last week I made it. Nope, 1/2 cup was plenty. But I like mine thicker, too. I don't like it thin. So I start with 1/2 of the liquid she calls for. Mix it really, really well, and then just add teaspoonfuls at a time until it gets the right texture. I usually use my chopper, but I learned this week from friends that I don't need to use chopper. Have you ever tried, Meredith, the chicken collagen? That's what I use. I use chicken collagen because beef collagen and me don't get along. It bothers my stomach real bad. See, I'm way under the milk that this recipe calls for, and it's perfection. Look at that. Peanut butter. It's perfect, perfect consistency. I don't want it runny. I want it spreadable like peanut butter, which is exactly what it's like. Okay. It'll feel full. You shouldn't do that when you eat bad. That's how you fuel stack. All right. Well, I missed a little bit at the bottom. That's all right. Peanut butter stem. 2 sweet potatoes. Throw those babies in the oven. Lucky for me, I work from home. What, Tracy? It is a deep ass. Yeah, but you can have THM peanut powder up to 3 tablespoons in a deep ass. I think it's 3 tablespoons. You can have peanut powder because it's so, I feel like, right? Isn't it peanut powder that you can have a little bit in a deep ass? The THM brand? Am I wrong? I always pre-cook my sweet potatoes, throw them in the fridge. Sometimes I get super lazy and I order them from Texas Roadhouse, all baked. Maybe it's a teaspoon. Okay, yeah, I didn't eat that much. I didn't eat that much. It wasn't that much. It wasn't even a teaspoon. Promise. All right, I got one purple, one orange. I put them on tin foil because they leak a little. I still didn't shut the fridge. It's beeping at me. It's because I left the milk out. Oopsie. Alright. Don't worry. I'm alright. Ain't gonna stab myself. I mean, I might. But either way, it'll be alright. Baking sweet potatoes. You can put them in the Instant Pot, you can boil them, you can steam them, you can do whatever you want. But baking them releases the most healthy health. Throw those babies in the oven. They'll be done in an hour and a half. Alright, what have I got left on my list? Quinoa. Easy peasy. Instant Pot. Listen, go spend 50 bucks, 60 bucks, whatever it is, on a 3-quart Instant Pot. If you don't think you'll use it that much, just get the little one and use it just for quinoa and boiled eggs, and you'll be glad you did. All right. I'm going to do a serving of quinoa. It is, isn't it, Sarah? All right, 1 cup of quinoa. I use sprouted white, and that's what I'm using today anyway. And then whatever you use for quinoa, that plus half, so 1.5 cups of water. If you're only going to use it in savory stuff, you can use broth if you want. Pressure cook 1 minute. Go. That's it. Now I just have to finish my soup off. And that's it. I've got peanut butter, chicken, baked potatoes, and soup and quinoa. That wasn't that hard. Now I did have tummy tucking ice cream on the menu to prep, but I made it last week and then never got around to eating it. I never wanted dessert for some reason. I don't know. Something's wrong in my head. So I didn't need to make that because that's still in my fridge. I have 3 batches downstairs. Every time I food prep, I use almost 90% of the time, I use 3 things. I use 4 things. I use my oven to bake 1 thing. I use my stovetop to boil something like soup. I use my Instant Pot for something and my crock pot for something. I get them all going at the same time. And it's fast. So let's see how far these vegetables have come. Sometimes they boil really quick, especially where I did bagged. They're pretty tender. I think we can go ahead and do this already. Let's move the camera this way so you can see me make a royal mess and almost burn the skin off every part of my body. Because that's what I do when I make soup. I think we blend it all. I gotta remember. Blend all your veggies. Okay. That's got some power behind it. The smell of that. Let me just tell you. Woo, girl. That cabbage and onions, that's a special brew right there. You have to do this in a couple of batches, so you usually have to have a second bowl out. Because this makes a bunch. Because again, it's Serene's recipe. And she feeds an entire small city every time she makes soup. Just be careful with your blender blending hot veggies. Some of you, your blenders are not safe for hot veggies. Mine says right on it, do not blend hot foods. So be careful. Okay, there's one batch. My pureed veggies. The rest, I do them all, right? Blend all of your veggies, yes. Yup. You can use an immersion blender if your veggies are really, really cooked. If they're really super tender, you can get away with an immersion blender. It just might take you a while. And make sure you wear gloves, mitts, because you burn yourself if it splatters. And I don't want to be responsible for somebody burning off their skin. I'm responsible for my own. Ooh, she is special. She is special smelling. Yum. I can't see any comments, FYI. So if you're all talking bad about me, it's because I can't see it. See all the comments because I see something about Sherry needing prayer and I can't find a comment. Yes, so Nikki, I'm starting day 1 today. Yes, you can, Melissa, if you want to, you absolutely can. Let me make sure that cover's on there good before I blow the top off the sucker. I get wicked nervous that Brenda's going to explode. Okay. All right, everything back in the pot. I got a few pieces unblended, but I'm all right with that. Not much, maybe quarter cup. That'll smell good later. I know, it's not like anything that's happened before here. I've never exploded a blender. Why would I think it would happen this time? All right, now we're gonna add all the other junk. And we're not gonna measure any of it because who has time for nonsense like measuring? 3 tablespoons of nooch, that looks about right. I ain't got time, y'all, to measure. My life is too busy to measure stuff. Parmesan cheese. Vinegar, which is a important part of this soup. It gives it a little zingy zing. Rosemary. Methylation, baby. Get your methylation on. Leave it out if you hate rosemary. Replace it with something else like oregano. Black pepper. This stuff is super good with hot sauce. Okay. Pepper and glucose. Oh, you know what I was supposed to do? I was supposed to put some of that back in my blender and mix it with those ingredients. And I forgot. Let's just scoop them out. Nobody noticed that little misstep. It doesn't matter. Put it right back in your blender. Nobody's going to know I got all of it. That's all right. Nobody's the wiser. Okay. Put it in your blender. I don't know. These instructions are just too much. I'm just eyeballing it at this point. All right, what do we got for butter? Got some fat, 2 tablespoons. That's got a little bit of toast on it from yesterday. That's all right. That'll blend up well. I need another packet of butter because I'm all out. I missed Sherry's comment. What is going on? I can't. Somebody tell me what's going on because I can't see the comment. Oh, storms. Dangerous storms out in. Oh, ooh, tornadoes. All right, a couple tablespoons of butter. Some gelatin. How much gelatin? About this much. Collagen. About this much. And then some lecithin, which is optional. Looks about right. That's it. Now I blend that up. Then I have Trimmy Bisque all done. Easy peasy. It looks like a lot of work because there's, 4,700 ingredients, but it's not. Oh, forgot my glue key. Thank you, Mary. I did. I forgot my glue key. Better put that in there. There's a teaspoon. That looks about right. Glue key is a pretty critical part of all these Trimmy Bisques. Quinoa's done. How long do you blend it? Just blend it well. Smells good. Some days I'll have this with a little toast for my E, and I'm telling you, this with toast dippy dipped in, oh my gosh, is good. It's good, y'all. Why is that? You shouldn't be doing that. I didn't tell you to vent. Why are you giving me a hard time? Been having a little issues with my Instant Pot lately. Releasing pressure when it's not supposed to. All right, there we go. There's my soup. Let me show you. I'll show you a little dibby dab so you can see it. And I'll let it simmer for a few minutes. Why, I don't know. Marry the flavors. There we go. That's what it looks like. I got an awesome fuel pull soup. It's just a bisque. I will throw chunks of chicken in there that will come straight out of my Instant Pot. Nope. Nope. That thing. No, I'm not, Meredith. I'm not. I gotta get to work. All right, there we go. Food prep's done. Let me release the pressure from this. My quinoa's done. What? That didn't work. I try to keep it off my walls, but this don't work. You need to use a towel. That really made a big difference there. All that did was divert it to my window. There we go. That's it. Why are you putting your chicken in it? In what? Chicken's in my crock pot. I'm not putting chicken in my soup. I have, Nikki, and I like it. The first time I had it, I was like, ooh, the first bite, don't like it, don't like it. Then the more I ate it that week, the more I liked it, and now I really, really like it. It's very, it's very comforting and it's very different. I said I was going to put the chicken. I'll put the chicken in my soup, just not all of it. So I'm not going to put that chicken in my soup. I'm going to cook this up, strain it out, use my hand mixer to blend it up to shreds, put it in the fridge. And then when it's time for lunch, if I want chicken in my soup, I just add a handful of chicken. If I want bacon, I put some bacon. It depends what I want for a fuel type, what I'll put in it. Most of the time I put chicken, but not always. No, I didn't use the tea, Mary. Last time I put the tea in it and it was a little rugged. The tea was strong. I might do a couple tea bags sometime, maybe next time, but not 6. I just left it out entirely. Look how thick, creamy that is. It's very good, y'all. It reminds me of a potato soup, the texture. Oh, I might have it for breakfast. Because I know on the menu it's bacon, eggs, and green beans, but I think I'm going to throw some extra fat and protein in my coffee and call it good this morning. Because I'm feeling a little wonky. My tummy's a little this morning. Did you use the cottage cheese? No, Nikki, I did not. What you can do is when it's time to eat, if you want to use the cottage cheese for your protein, put a little scoop in there and zing it up with an immersion blender. I like to keep my protein separate because there are some days I want to use crumbled sausage. Some days I want to use bacon. Some days I want to use chicken. I can use ham. I can use, if we have leftover steak the night before, I can use that. So I like to mix it up depending on whatever the fuel type is. So today for dinner, the fuel type is either a fuel pull or a light S. So I will add a tiny sprinkle of cheese and maybe a little Greek yogurt and some chicken. I'll add enough cheese to be a light S. And then tomorrow's lunch, it is another light S. I will do the same thing. And then the third day for supper, it's an E. So I will add some quinoa to it or some beans, whatever I've got. I've got my quinoa all made, so maybe I'll just put quinoa in it. That's how I do it. I like it with beans. Oh, or I'll do it, that was good, that was intelligent. Or I'll do it with toast. I really like it with toast. There's my quinoa. See my food prep? I've made a mess. But all of these will go straight into my dishwasher. I'll start the dishwasher. Wasn't that difficult of a task this morning, and I have lots of things ready to give me quick meals this week. My fluffy quinoa. Maybe I should start on day 2 and have an E for breakfast. It's supposed to be peanut butter oatmeal, but I could have some of this with some almond milk and berries. Maybe that's what I'll do. I think I will. I usually start my menus on Sunday, but yesterday was a little messed up. So maybe I will start day 2 today and have an E. Okay, guys, that's it. See how easy that was? Sweet potatoes, that soup took what? 15 minutes, 20 minutes? I've got quinoa made and I've got chicken in the crock pot and my peanut butter. And now I've got very little to do through the week. I've got some dinners that are pretty simple. I've got some that take more effort than others. But for the most part, I've got tons of stuff ready to go to get me through the week. Easy peasy. Quinoa squeezy. All right, you guys. I love you all. Thanks for joining me this morning for some food prep. I hope you all have a blessed day. Stay on plan. Don't be that girl that says, I can't stay on plan when I go to a friend's house. I can't. It's too hard. I can't. It's impossible to do it when I go out to an event. It's impossible to do it at this. No, it isn't. You can do it no matter where you go. No matter where you go. If you're part of my Patreon, you saw this morning what I did yesterday. When last minute, my husband was like, let's drive 2 hours north and teach the kid to drive. Okay, well, I had my lunch planned, and I couldn't have my lunch because we had to get on the road right then because it was like noon before he decided. So I grabbed stuff for an on-the-go lunch. It took me 5 minutes. I had on-plan foods the whole day out on the road. I was fine. They had a whole bunch of Hershey bars, some chips, and other junk. I did not. I had on-plan food. If you're part of my Patreon, you'll see this morning what I did. It posted at 7 a.m. If you're not part of my Patreon, it's $5 a month for 5 videos a week. So 20 videos minimum in a month for $5 that are kick in the pants, encouragement, teaching, all that jazz. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. I hope you have a blessed day. Stay on plan, and I will see you back tomorrow morning for something else. I'll be on day 2. So peanut butter oatmeal, which apparently you should prep tonight. Nope. That's supposed to be today. Wait, I'm so confused. Nope, tomorrow will be shake gone nuts. Never mind. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. They said something about holding it down while it blends, so maybe I should have done that. You're gonna come.